how we are going to cover elections. So like I said also earlier when I was speaking here, this meeting is here as a newsroom meeting between IEBC and the media, so that we can address some of the very difficult questions that have never been addressed. And that's the basis of us having this meeting here. So we are expecting to have detailed briefing from IEBC on the planning of the next elections. That's actually is the objective number one. Objective number two is to scope newsroom needs for effective elections coverage. Number three, to understand accountability tools and measures put in place by IEBC to enhance protection of public interest. Next one is to explore opportunities for pooled media resources where practical and where desired. We know we'll be having different resources that media will want to tap into. How can we pool them so that we are able to get maximum resources from that? To open collaborative channels to aid access to information during elections process. We know the problem has always been there on timely access to information. And I know in earlier conversation we had with the IEBC, there were issues of accessing IEBC and getting the story there. And IEBC said that sometimes we'll go to them if we already have the story, we just want to get somebody to endorse what we already have. And I can tell you, I don't know if I'm wrong, nowadays I think there is some semblance between the flow of information from IEBC and during Kibaki's time, whereby a statement will come in either some minutes to 7 p.m. or after 7 p.m., when actually newsroom has already completed production of the news of the day. So how can we get that information timely? Because information, even if we have it and it was not timely, then that is a wasted information. Actually, if you just go to waste, like you'll get milk from shop and you don't use it at the right time, it will be not useful when you get into the house. Then the last one, which is also very important to us, how do we enforce electoral code of conduct to protect journalists? We want to see how we can discourage attacks that we've seen against journalists. If you look at the past and very recent by-elections across the country, we've seen IEBC officials, first of all, being slapped, frog-marched by politicians and their supporters. The same we've seen with journalists. And we want to see how can we do that, and that is why if you look at your program, there is something called electoral justice. So as politicians go to court to look for justice, how can you ensure that these people who perpetuate violence and attack journalists or anybody else during electoral process, we want to see some of them actually not only prosecuted but also barred from participating in an election. I don't know if the laws allow that. That is why we have the Director of Public Prosecutions in the House. He will tell us, why haven't we seen those officers who slapped, those politicians who slapped polls officials in Matungu by-election, those people who attacked journalists in London by-elections in Nakuru County, not being arraigned in court and actions being taken. So basically that is why we are here, the 6 objectives, because this is the first consultative forum we are having with IEBC. I think there's another one coming in 2 months' time. By the end of the day, we will be making resolutions so that this meeting is not like a meeting that where we come here and tick the box and we go home. We want to come up with some resolutions, very clear resolutions on the roadmap, how the media is going to engage IEBC. IEBC is just one of the stakeholders we are going to engage, and we'll be engaging other stakeholders in different forums. So today is our day with IEBC, so that whatever you have always wanted to get from IEBC, this is the day we'll get that information. And equally, that information, whatever IEBC has always been wondering about the media, this is the day that you'll get that information from the media. Because this room is 95% participants who are actively involved in newsroom. If you call a press conference today, let's assume that tomorrow you'll be announcing the results of presidential elections, that's assuming. 95% of people who will be in that press conference are in this room. 95% of people who will make decision how those stories are going to run and how they're going to be packaged in newsroom are here. 95% of people who will decide who is going to cover that press conference that are here. So also feel free as IEBC, if there are some areas where you feel the media has let you down, this is the day we need to cover that discussion so that next year we can cover elections differently. We know after elections, when a postmortem is done, media and IBC are always on the same side, who are being blamed for the issues that have arisen from the election. So this is the day, let us feel free, because this is going to decide our roadmap and our journey and how we'll cover next year's elections. So if you don't ask those questions, we'll never have that opportunity, because the next opportunities that will be there will be a press conference, where IBC comes with already packaged information that they want to pass over, and we go there to cover them and ask them questions. So here we can have a discussion, even if it means off-the-record discussion. Please let free to have that off-the-record discussion so that next year we are able to serve the people who consume our products differently in a way that they'll feel that actually the media is back and has reclaimed its position. So that is why we're here. Thank you so much. Me, I'm not supposed to make remarks. My work was just to set out the objectives of our engagement with IBC as one of the stakeholders who are involved in the electoral process. So it's my pleasure to invite the president of Kenya Editors Guild. We've walked this journey with him. We've had these conversations with the IBC with him together with other stakeholders. So I think he will be giving us his perspective and the media interests in this consultative forum. Welcome, President of Kenya Editors Guild, Churchill Otieno. Please let's welcome him and give him a round of applause as he comes.